Wait, calm down. Shh, it's okay. Look, careful little Apple sheep. You must hate something Apple has done again, but remember, as soon as you buy it, you get used to it instantly. I've been reading too many comments about people complaining how the vertical cameras look ugly. Ew, that's gross. Why would they do that? I don't understand. You're making me choke, idiot. Look. This is way more simple than you realize. First of all, even before I knew this information about the iPhone 8, I wasn't overly upset that they're deciding to take the dual camera and the flash and the microphone and just tilt them this way instead of this way. First of all, Apple can do those kinds of things all the time just because they want that phone to be unique. They want it to be different than the other ones. You know, on the iPhone 4, the front-facing camera was off to the side. On the iPhone 5, they put it up top. I kind of liked it up top because it made the phone symmetrical. Then when they did the iPhone 6, they moved it to the side again. And I was like, but I like it being symmetrical. But whatever. It's a camera, right? You don't interact with it, you just use it. Keep in mind that wide-angle camera is right where it used to be. The telephoto camera is the same distance as before. It's just below instead of aside. That's not going to affect the way you record videos. That's not going to affect the way you take pictures. Absolutely nothing changes for your experience. So all you people complaining about it are literally just saying that is slightly different than before, therefore it is ugly. I don't know how to argue that, but I can give you some reasons why you should be okay with it. The biggest reason, of course, is the iPhone 8 is implementing lots and lots of new technologies, especially on the front. See, with the iPhone 7, the most noticeable difference was from behind, that dual camera and the removed cell bands, but this time, with the iPhone 8, the front is going to be the most noticeable change, with that edge-to-edge display, removed physical home button, and even under that display, or maybe on top, we don't know yet, there is a reported 3D face scanning camera, as well as an infrared sensor, and an iris scanner, and of course on top of all of this, an earpiece and front-facing camera. That's a lot of sensors, like 3 of which have not been there before. So Apple is trying to stuff lots of new technology up in that earpiece region that is going to be looking at you, which involves having sensors and having components in the phone. Now everyone look at your iPhone right now, look at where that earpiece is, look at where that front-facing camera is. If you have an iPhone 7 or 6, you notice that the camera is off to the side. That is because they were making room for those extra components on the back of the iPhone 7. The dual camera, the microphone, the flash, those are branching out this way, which means they're taking up space in the phone. So to make space for that front-facing camera, they pushed it off to the side. Now, of course, with the iPhone 8, we're going to be having all of these new sensors, all of these new face tracking, 3D, iris scanner, whatever you want to call it. That is taking up space. So to make room for all of that, they could not leave the dual camera, microphone, and flash going this way. There's simply not room in the phone. In other words, they're not changing the orientation of the dual camera because they want it to be different, or they think it looks better. They're simply doing that because they have to make room for all these new features. I also wish you would stop complaining about it because it's not like the iPhone is the first smartphone to have dual cameras go vertical instead of horizontal. This is a common thing. Other phones have done it, and either way, your phone's gonna rock on a desk because it is a camera bump. Let's just hope the bump has been reduced and is not the same thickness as the iPhone 7s, because I don't care for that either, believe me. I've seen several new concepts for this vertical camera alignment, some with the flash in the middle, some with the flash on the outside, some with the flash extending the camera bump, which I absolutely hate. Really hope that's not it. My ultimate hope is that they're able to fit the flash in between the 2 cameras because that's much more condensed. That looks more efficient and professional to me. Everything is put together and concise rather than having all of these dots on the back of the phone. And at the end of the day, of course, these cameras are going to be improved from the iPhone 7. These are not going to be the same sensors. I really hope that the telephoto lens is also optical image stabilized and that the low light on the lenses are equal, because right now, telephoto lens is not as good in low light. It's more of a secondary camera than it is a telephoto, because quality-wise, they are not on par. They are fairly different. If on the iPhone 8, they could perfect it and make it so that these were parallel, that would be awesome. And of course, overall, I want both the new cameras on the iPhone 8 to be better than the current ones on the iPhone 7, which is already amazing. You can have better recording resolutions. Which phone will be the first to do 4K at 60? You know, this new iPhone 8 is going to have a very powerful processor chip. What if it's the first smartphone to sport 4K at 60? Is that gonna happen? I don't know, but that would really separate the camera from the competition. I've also been playing with selective focus on the Galaxy S8, which is really cool. It kind of mimics the depth effect you get on an iPhone, where it can focus on one subject and blur the background and foreground. The iPhone has that portrait feature, which lets you use the telephoto. If Apple could replicate selective focus like the Galaxy S8 does, you could have those really cool blurred photos with high quality imaging on them in both wide and telephoto angles. Because right now the Galaxy S8 only has that ultra wide angle, which it looks cool sometimes, but in other cases, the telephoto is actually better. So if Apple could just build that software into the wide angle and also have that depth effect, plenty of more options, and those photos would look incredible. So there's your motivation, Apple. That's what I'd like to see on the new iPhone 8 camera, and please, please be okay with the fact that it is vertical. This is fine. No reason to complain about it. Let's just embrace it. This is for the greater good of the iPhone 8. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.